Previously on Babies and Broadswords.
The only thing of any sturdiness and weight that you see is Thwompkins the statue.
I push him in.
Splash, thunk.
Thwompkins. He wants to jump in the boat and try and get it to where they are.
Standing on the pier next to the cat boat are a bunch of cats.
I use my claws to loosen the end that's attached to the boat.
Could Henry try and tie a rope around Thwompkins' neck and
get him on
and try and pull him in like he's an anchor?
Says, there is something old in this tunnel, but it is more machine-like. Once, this place was full of singing children, but the song has long since gone silent. The machines have rusted. You are hearing the ghost in the machine.
Oh.
But Daybella, you can hear the singing coming from deeper down the tunnel. And that's why you were the first to see 7 shapes in the distance, just on the edge of where the light is. They're kind of hunched over, but you watch as they slowly all stand up. And their eyes blink red. And they each raise their arms out towards you. And there's a whirring coming from the figures. Good morning.
Hi.
Everyone. Hi. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode of Even Footing Games presents Babies and Broadswords.
Babies and Broadswords.
Babies and broadswords.
And Broadswords.
I don't know what that was.
That's all right. You had fun. That's the important thing. And hopefully you listening at home will have fun too, as we get ready for another adventure with our tiny tots. I've got my crew here today, my core 4 plus our special guest for this adventuring sequence. We've got Aaryn, Jimmy, Lee, Jack, and number 1 superfan, Carri. How's everyone doing today?
Woo!
Doing pretty good.
Woo.
Yeah. Woo! Thank you for waving, Carri. Good morning. This is, of course, an audio podcast, so waving doesn't do us any good, but I appreciate your enthusiasm nonetheless.
Just following your lead.
There you go. Stop waving, Jimmy. It doesn't do anything.
She's gonna fit right in because she's just as sassy as you are.
That's the important thing. You gotta match my sass. All right. So on our last episode, just a quick recap for the players here, because it's been a while. You had managed to escape from the angry throngs of the Convoy Envoy Conclave in pursuit by the Cat Gang, who were singing and dancing their way into our hearts, going after the kids because they thought that they were the ones who had shot Cindy with a spitball. Daybella had fallen into the river. Thwompkins had managed to get a mouthful of dirty brown river water and had sent him into immediate timeout, causing him to fall into the river as well and freeze up like a giant rock, which worked out well because everybody else used him as an anchor. Henry,
Wow.
Wait, did he fall into the river or did we?
No,
push him
Henry
in?
totally pushed
no.
him.
That's right. He turned into rock on the shore and then Henry pushed him into the river. Yeah.
We used you as an anchor.
I'm glad Thwompkins does not know what's going on around him during that time.
Poor
Don't worry, we got him
Thwompkins.
out before he turned back.
Right.
And we
Okay.
cleaned him. I used my soap.
That's
So-
right. They scrubbed you with the soap. Henry stole the boat from the cats, their boat, with the help of a traitor cat, Blackjack, who was tired of all the choreography. I can't say I blame her too much. So the kids managed to get Thwompkins onto the boat and sail it, and I'm using the word sailing with air quotes, which doesn't work on a podcast either, to another dock where they found themselves in front of a tunnel that led to some strange blinking machinery. Daybella heard music in her head that nobody else heard, because Daybella's like that. Thwompkins' legs, at least, broke out of the rock so they could drag him around by a rope and watch him walk into walls.
We took very good care of you.
Okay, thank you for telling me that part.
Yeah,
Thank you for
and-
telling me that part. That's kind of important.
Henry found out that somewhere there was a please button that would turn the machines on.
To say pretty please.
But what nobody but Blackjack noticed, however, was the red glowing eyes from a number of figures at the end of the hall that seemed to awaken. You are in a tunnel. You are surrounded by banks of old machinery. They are all turned off. Blackjack is up on top of one of the machines, and she is hissing with her back arched at these forms that she can just make out the shadows of way off into the darkness. The rest of you are looking for the please button when there's a loud crack from Thwompkins as he breaks out of the rest of his stone skin. Thwompkins, you don't know where the heck you are. Last you knew, you were running from some cats on the shore of the river. Now you're in a weird tunnel surrounded by giant metal boxes.
Thwompkins!
You're okay.
Oh, where am I? Where are we?
I
Whoa.
don't know.
Yeah, Daybell just kind of looks around and says, oh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
We found some machines.
Machines are cool.
Yeah.
Well, we lost the other kids, and now we're lost, I guess. And we
And
gotta
we
turn the machine on.
definitely did not steal a boat while you were gone.
Nope.
Oh, good.
Nope. No boat stealing here.
Oh, that's good.
And don't look now, but there's a bunch of eyes around us.
Huh?
We're not alone.
Oh, hi, I'm Thwompkins.
I knew there was a reason that you woke up.
No response from the glowing eyes.
Thwompkins.
Can they hear me hissing?
Try again, Thwompkins.
Does everyone hear Blackjack hissing?
I think so.
Yes.
She's like
She's
right
not-
there, right?
She's not being quiet about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi? It says to...
Oh, this is
The
our
hi, I'm
new
Thwompkins
friend.
is also dedicated to her.
This is Blackjack. She definitely did not help us steal a boat.
Oh, that's good.
Nope.
That would have been bad.
But she's a new friend. She's gonna hang out. for a
Yay,
little
new
bit.
friend.
So can you pet me now?
I get pet.
Yeah.
Runs over, hugs, and pets. Hugs always come with petting.
Really?
Okay. If everyone's all right with that, sure.
Can I go up and try and like poke one of the eyes? Is it how far away are they?
They are just on the threshold of seeing. They're probably about 20 feet.
Yeah, she's just gonna
But yeah,
walk up and be
you
like,
can toddle over.
and like look around, just be like, hello, and try and poke.
As you get closer, Daybella, you see that the eyes actually belong to the forms of, it looks like either small children or big dolls, but there are 5 of them, and they're just standing in a row. And all you can make out is kind of their shapes and their eyes.
And it's really dark.
And it's dark. Yeah.
But we did push the pui button, right?
You haven't found the Pui button.
We have not found.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that Blackjack had found it.
No.
Maybe we should look some more for that button.
Henry's gonna look for the pui button.
We're looking for a button?
It says pui. It was in my
Pui.
book.
We?
It means please.
Please.
Obviously.
Oh.
What's going on?
Well, I don't know how to spell either of those, so...
Mm-mm.
I'm telling you right now, pui is a short way of spelling please.
I know, I'm just saying I don't know
come
how
on.
to even spell pre.
It starts with a play.
Blah,
Play.
blah.
You should just look for this button that has a shape like this, and Henry draws a P in the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it got waddles, then we can hit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's spelled pui.
The
Any
Thwompkins-
button with letters. That's good. Yeah.
Thwompkins is indeed
That'll
looking.
work.
So Daybella, when she gets closer and she sees that these things have faces, and she doesn't quite poke it, and she just kind of like waves her hand in front of it. Hello? Does it do anything?
You hear the sound of gears whirring quietly, and the music in your head gets a little bit louder for a moment.
Hey guys, there's stone kids like Flumpkins. They aren't moving, but
What?
I think they can hear us.
Do they know what a button is?
I think they're asleep, like when Thompkins went all stony.
Anyone who's looking for the button, give me some brainy rolls to see if you can make out the letters.
They're singing though.
6 plus 2 is 8. Actually, you said nosy or brainy?
Brainy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then 6 plus 3. 9.
Just a 7 here.
Henry rolled real bad, so he got a 6.
I rolled great.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I got
with
a
Henry.
7.
I got a 6.
Well, lucky for you, Thwompkins was there.
Again, with the things we never thought we'd hear.
Lucky for you,
Rude.
Thwompkins was there. To read something.
I did show him what a pea looked like.
You did, and he remembered. If there's one thing Thwompkins can do, it's remember what peas look like. Yeah, I guess. Apparently. Thwompkins, you see on the side of one of the wall, you see a big green button, and it's got one of those peas that you recognize. It's got a something pea, something on it.
P.
You can just go. It's okay.
Is that you frantically pushing it, or is it...
Yes, he would.
It's okay. You
Actually,
can really go anywhere
he would draw
if you
attention.
need to.
No, button. And he's like has his finger right on it, like he wants to push it.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
think
I'm
Henry
not gonna
just
stop
still says, if you need to go, you should just go.
Okay,
Does he-
and he pushes the
Does
button.
he need a litter box?
He's gonna need to scratch and yeah. Thwompkins, you push the button, and what you thought was just a wall, there's a humming sound,
Whoa.
and it slides open into another dark passageway. And Daybella, those kids that you're looking at, they all raise their arms.
I do the same. I just lift up my arms. Can I try and imitate the song that they're singing back at them?
Mm-hmm. Sure,
Okay.
why don't you give me a adorable roll?
Oh, man. Can I argue that this is a crafty role to imitate them? Because I'm hearing it and I'm just mimicking a sound instead of trying to cute somebody.
I'll allow it.
Okay, good. I'm not very cute.
We all
That's an
disagree on
11.
that.
Oh. Daybella starts to sing along with the song in her head. She's been hearing this refrain go over and over again. And when she starts to sing it aloud, there's a humming that comes from the robot children. And she starts saying words that you guys don't understand. But Daybella, you're just repeating over and over out loud now. The world is metaphorically very small when put in the context of humanity's cultural and biological similarities. After all, the world is metaphorically very small when put in the context of humanity's cultural and biological similarities. After all, and these kids just keep singing that over and over again. And when you start to sing along, Daybella, their eyes get wider, and you get the sense that they don't want to be singing this song,
Oh.
but something is making them sing this song.
Maybe they got lost and their shoes got nailed to the floor.
Thwompkins, in the meantime, you are staring down this dark hallway, and you can hear a whirring of more machinery.
There's more stuff down here.
Henry goes over to investigate with Thwompkins to try and find what's going on.
You find Marvin Gaye. If you go
Blackjack
down...
follows along as well.
The world is metaphorically very small when put in the context of humanity's cultural and biological similarities. After all, the world
can't
is
sing that,
metaphorically very
Jason.
small. Okay. You sure?
I can try. You're gonna have to write it out for me.
So we're all hearing this copyright-free song.
You are hearing Daybella sing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have my arms out and I'm shifting
And she's
back
doing,
and
and
forth
she's they're just moving back and forth.
What's Daybella doing?
Well, Daybella's doing the same thing, but she's singing with the
No.
song that she hears in her
Thwompkins is
head.
literally asking what's Daybella
Oh,
doing.
what's Daybella doing? Oh, Daybella does weird stuff like this. I don't know.
Probably listening to her mushroom parents.
Yeah.
Is she ever singing this in different languages?
No, Henry,
Not yet.
but you get the feeling that could change depending on how deep into the machinery you go. Yeah.
Sorry, that was Aaryn asking just for fun.
I don't. It seems like you guys might think this is related to some sort of real world thing. This is
This is all pretend.
This is all
100% Jason.
This is all 100% me. I'm not
Well, like I
making
say,
commentary on anything. Yeah.
Copyright free. I mean,
Exactly.
not
Thank you,
it's not associated with anything.
Jack. Exactly.
There's no way this can be tied to anything else.
Not at all.
There couldn't have been. We didn't just get off of a boat.
No, you didn't just get off of a boat. Yeah.
It wasn't a cruise in the jungle, was it?
No, there was a stinky river.
There was a stinky river. And there was a rock in that river. I guess you could tie that into
No.
the new Jungle Cruise movie. Yeah. Down this tunnel, Henry and Thwompkins, as you stare down it, there's the same kind of half glowing light that's permeating the rest, and Blackjack as well. Give me nosy rolls as you stare down into the tunnel.
Amazing! It's what I'm best at.
That would be a 6.
I got an 8 because I rolled a 6.
10.
11.
Whoa. That cat's nosy.
I'm very nosy.
The two tabaxis, or I'm sorry, the cat and the tabaxi, my mistake.
The half tabaxi and the
half
tabaxi.
tabaxi and the tabaxi. Or the cat and the half cat, depending on how we wanted it. The half cat in the hat. You hear, aside from the whirring of machinery, the sound of trickling water. But it's different from the sound of the river. It's a more gentle kind of burble, burble, burble coming from deeper down in the tunnel.
Burble, 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 burble.
All of a sudden, I'm very thirsty. I need to go check it out.
I think that's a good idea.
I agree. We gotta know what's going on here.
Send the cat.
She's expendable.
We know you have a really good sense of direction, and you're thirsty, so we'll just follow you.
And you understand song and dance very well.
You do?
Yep.
You remember when there was like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That was her.
Oh, that was you.
For a
That
bit.
was me.
Daybell, are you still singing along and dancing with the robot children?
I with
Your
the
friends are all
feeling that
starting to go down.
yeah, with the feeling that they don't want to be singing the song, I'm going to try and sing a different song and see if they'll follow along with that instead. Say, no, I don't like this song either. Let's try something else.
I'm a will teacup and stout.
So, how do you think I can do that?
You're trying to change their programming in a sense by now I'm going to need you to make that adorable roll.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that's fair.
I'm going to eat a cookie for that. Glad I ate a cookie. I'm going to also use my second happy tum tum snack, so it's 2 for 1 cookie. So that's 8 total.
So what song are you singing, Daybella?
Creepy children.
You can tell by the way I use my song. No time at all. All children's songs are creepy when it comes right down to it. Yeah.
I guess so. It'll do a Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? With silver bells and cookie shells and pretty maids all in a row.
Give yourself a gold star for singing. Good for you. I was trying to see if you do it or not.
That one is creepy.
That is creepy. The robots.
There's also the growing.
Yeah, because she's a mushroom kid. Yeah. The robots, for a moment, there's a fritz in their singing, their repetitive singing, and they say, you hear just really briefly, "Wake us up so we can stop the big diz and get away."
The wonderful diz of gauze.
It's a metaphorically very small world when put in the context of humanity's cultural and biological similarities. So for just a moment, they managed to fritz out of whatever they are, but they say, "Wake more of us up
Okay.
so that we can stop the big Diz.
Fwompkins, I think we need to make a noise.
Okay. I'm gonna catch up
Noise?
with the rest of the group and say we gotta find the button though. I don't think the noise is gonna help.
No.
But I was gonna make a noise.
I
You
mean,
can
noise
still make a
always helps.
noise. If
Always
you
wakes
wanna.
me up with noise
Does it wake you up before you go?
before I go.
Yeah.
I already went.
We know.
But we're so glad you're back.
We wish you would do that behind something instead of just in the middle of the hallway.
But I was behind everybody.
Yeah, there we go. Thwompkins just stops
Uh-huh.
walking for a moment. Just go. I'll catch you up. Just go on ahead. We'll never walk down this hallway again. It'll be fine. You follow along. There are more and more banks of machinery, all in that low kind of reddish light. And the whirring is getting sounder. The whirring sound is getting louder, as is the sound of kind of burbling water. And more of those. You see more of those figures, those little kid figures, but they are not. They're just kind of up against the wall,
Mm-hmm.
staring blankly at nothing.
Do they have the red eyes?
Their eyes are not red. These
Okay.
are just the forms, and they're not wearing the colorful clothes that the kids that Daybella was dancing with were wearing. They're kind of naked, but they look like dolls when you take all the clothes off of the dolls. Yeah.
Kind of.
Henry wants to look for another Pui button.
Henry, give me another brainy roll. There are buttons all over these places.
Okay, that's better. Henry got a 9.
9. Henry, the button that catches your attention. Again, you don't see one with the paw on it, but you do see a button that's kind of attached to the wall, and it looks like a big. It just looks like a big box stuck to the wall.
Mm.
But the letters on it, you can read some of them. It says INT something something CO something.
Can I grab my book open again? Is there enough light that I could look at my book?
You could take a look at your book.
Okay, just looking for anything that looks like this button.
Are you looking past where you had already looked, or are you just skimming through the pages?
I'm looking just a little bit past.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'll keep going, but just right past where I had found the Pui button in my book.
You turn a couple pages past the Pui button, Henry, and the thing that catches your eye right off the bat is a diagram of a sailboat with instructions, it seems, on how to sail a bathtub boat.
Ugh, this would have been great.
This
10 minutes
would have
ago.
been so important about 10 minutes ago. That's
Why?
weird.
Yeah, why is that?
No reason.
Who's important?
What?
Tim
But my-
Horton is a guy I went to school with, and then he started selling donuts.
I like donuts.
But what is more important is what's a diagram?
Good question. It's got it's a picture with a bunch of words and arrows pointing to different parts of the sailboat.
Ooh, this does look like it would have been helpful if we had happened to take that boat that we definitely did not take. Henry goes a little bit further.
You mean the
In the book.
bathtub boat that we came here in? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the bathtub boat that we definitely did not come here in.
But we did.
And then Henry winks at Ignatius.
Ooh,
Macius.
and weird is happening.
You
Wompkins
go
just looks
further.
blissfully ignorant.
You go further past, the next thing that you see that catches your eye is a picture of the mechanism for a rotating floor, for a spinning floor.
Guys, Guys,
What?
this book, it has our adventure in it.
What?
What?
What do you
Aw.
mean?
The caretaker made the floor spin.
Why are you writing a book like that?
Mad Magic traded me for my heavy whacking book with a rusty nail. Guys, I'm not Tammy, but I think this book comes from the future.
Look at the end. Look at the end.
The future, Conan?
What?
That's
I'm
creeping
not
me
even
out
sure
a
what
little bit.
time travel is, but this knows what we are going to do before. I got it before we came here, and the Pui button was in it.
Wait a
So-
second.
So look at the end. I want to see it. I want to see us being heroes.
Blackjack
I
gets
look at the
really
very last
excited
page.
and starts jumping around and jumps on the book and pushes a couple more pages.
Is there a place where we get more candy?
So Blackjack is like batting at the pages while Henry's
Yes.
trying to, yeah.
Hey, pause off. Pause off. This is my book.
Do we have a spray bottle? No,
Yeah.
no.
Not near the book, we don't.
Not near the book. Blackjack, give me a muscly roll. And Henry,
9.
and Henry,
6
you give
plus
me one
3.
too.
But I'm going to use my perk.
Okay.
10.
Good for you. You got this book away from the cat before the cat could rip any pages.
Thank goodness. Blackjack, I know you're excited, but you got only I'm allowed to use the book. Because I, like meta magic, am a sorcerer of some renown.
Mm-hmm. And he was indeed. That actually might be true. That only Henry can use the book. Henry, you go all the way. Are you skipping all the way back to the last page?
I want to look at the very last page.
The last page is just a drawing of a mer baby with a pained look on his face.
Guys, it's Bubbles. This is in the wrong order. I flipped to the immediate front of the book.
The immediate front of the book,
The first page,
the very first page of the book. Give me a brainy roll.
Your head explodes with the information.
11.
Time collapses in on itself.
Yep. You see the time knife. Yeah.
Again?
Letters form as you are looking at the book, Henry. And you read words that slowly appear, and they say T-H-A-T space W-O-U-L-D space B-E space C-H-E-A-T-I-N-G.
That's a lot of letters.
This is a lot of letters, and I am not very
Heart. H. H.
H.
It's Henry, it's you. H.
Does it say cheese right there? Because I'm hungry.
Wait,
Do we got cheese coming or what?
Oh, I mean, geez.
I want cheese.
I'm so confused, guys. I just kind of sit down and I start reading through the book and trying to figure out the pages because I'm just so overwhelmed right now and I don't really understand it.
Okay, Flopkins, I've never seen Henry like this.
I know. Henry, I'm going to give you a hug.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Henry,
I guess.
as you look through the book, going from the first page and moving, there's a lot that you don't understand. There are pictures that you can't make out. There are words that you don't know. There are, every once in a while, you'll see a drawing of what looks like you or your friends doing something, but it gets all blurry and fuzzy and then changes quickly to something else.
Guys, I have a headache.
You're actually going to take 2 grumps the more you look at the book.
Flopkins,
Oh.
you need a help, or she needs your help. You're
am
so good
hugging,
helper.
hugging. So, hold on. Okay, so you said I took a timeout, right? Did you associate a type of
I mean,
damage
I
to that?
guess, and that's, okay.
Pretty
yeah,
much
you're
the biggest timeout.
Yeah, the biggest timeout ever.
Okay,
Yeah,
so would that
yeah.
be Grumps, which I was pretty much close to anyway?
Yeah. You definitely took a mouthful of poop water.
And
so,
I'm
yeah,
re-rolling
pretty
my
grumpy.
Grumps, or am I re-rolling everything?
Just your grumps. Yeah.
I'm grumpy just thinking about it.
I rolled a
Get
1.
one. I knew it. I knew it.
So what's your new grumps misfortune level?
3.
Nice! I know who I'm aiming for.
This is a timeout machine.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I guess
Dwonkus
since I
is
don't
a
have any
target.
cookies, I'm gonna have to do the hot water bottle. Remove 1 grump, 1 tummy ache, or 1 ouchie per break.
Mhm. So are you just slapping it on Henry like you did last time?
Pretty much.
Here, this'll help. Whap. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Swampkins. My head is it really aches. I don't know what's going on here. I cannot understand. And I'm used to understanding everything.
Well,
Henry,
you said it was the future, so you're just reading the future. See, it says it right. See, it shows a picture of me. Or is there pictures or just words?
Both. Yeah.
Picture.
Yeah, see, there's a picture of me with the water bottle.
But things are changing the more you look at it. Henry, the last thing you see, though, is a bunch of those robot kids standing amongst the hills, a bunch of hills with the sun shining, and all of you in a little boat waving to them. But then the picture changes to all of the robot kids looking very sad as they sadly sing a song, and you all are singing along with them, while this shadowy form in the background is waving its arms in celebration. And the picture merges back and forth between that, but between all of the kids happily singing and you guys leaving by boat, to all of you trapped there forever dancing.
You know what I think,
It's like a
guys?
pottery.
It would be a lot better if there was cheese.
These are always better if there's.
I mean,
Is cheese
I don't know
bad
what
for cats?
I don't know what cheese is exactly, but it doesn't sound like porridge.
No.
And that, to me, sounds like an improvement. Guys,
You do still have some of those biscuits.
Mm. Well, I think we should just keep looking for the button. So you said there's like a big box in front of us, right? It's like
There's
on
a
the wall?
box. There's a box on the wall with a button with some letters that Henry wrote down. I hope, but they weren't the Pui button.
Can I open the box?
There's no way to open it.
There's a button on it though, right?
Yeah, there is.
I push the button. Nothing happens?
No, you hear.
That's it though? Is it from the box? Does it make that noise?
It is coming from the box.
I try opening it now.
Nope.
Shoot!
do you still hear the singing? Because I think that they don't want to do the singing. I think we have to save all these robot kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Ignatius is going to look around for some cheese if he happens to see a button. He'll push it. He's
That'll be
looking
good.
for cheese.
Give me a nosy roll, Ignatius.
That's only a 6.
There's no cheese in here. Come on, man.
That book is a Y-O. There's no cheese.
Ridiculous.
Do we still hear the like babbling water sound?
Yeah, you still hear it from further on down. Yeah.
I'm still drawn towards that and think that I need to be curious and go sniff out that water.
Curious like a cat.
Yes.
You know what they
Yes.
say, I don't get curious. Because I'm half cat.
So curiosity only maims you, as opposed to yeah, what normally happens to cats when they're curious. Let's hope that doesn't happen here. All right, Blackjack goes paddling down the hallway, and even though she's not singing or dancing anymore, she still has a rhythm to her. I had a lot of fun with the cats. I might bring them back sometime.
I hope you're very good.
I haven't heard that episode yet.
I was editing it. Yeah, it hasn't come out yet. Oh, the cats were fun. All right. Yes! Blackjack, the sound of water gets louder. And there are more of these kind of the doll children, but now they're starting to be dressed in clothes. Some of them have hair. They look in better and better shape as you follow the sound of the water. And eventually the hallway opens up a bit to a large space, and it looks like you're outside again, kind of. There are trees and hills and little houses, but everything is kid size. It's little. It's not big houses. It's not big trees. Nothing's more than 3 or 4 feet. And there's a little stream that runs around the outside of this big wooded area. And there's more of those little robot kids, and they're all with their heads down, but they're all kind of waving their arms quietly. There's more whirring of machinery, but now you start to hear like quietly music on the edges of your hearing. And in the middle of this hill, there is a great big tower with a blinking red light bulb on top of it. And it's the same light bulb that you noticed when you first came in through the tunnel, when you guys first got off the boat. It's blinking the same way. It's the same type of light bulb. Blink, blink, blink. The one that Daybella got hypnotized by. And it's the only thing in the space that is bigger than kid size, or cat size in this case.
How far above us, though? Could we cheerleader pile on top of each other to reach it, or?
Well, there's a doorway. I probably should have mentioned that there's a door. There is a
Jason.
Important part. There's a heavy-looking metal door, grown-up size, that seems to lead into the tower, but you don't see any other way of getting in besides that door.
Guys, I think we got it. I think that light might be hypnotizing all these kids.
Hippo what?
I think they might be getting the song because Bella looked at it and then she started singing. I think we gotta go stop this light.
Are you looking at the light, Henry?
I mean, peripherally, but I think I'm trying to get.
I mean, no.
I think I'm trying
did we all
to
go
get...
in this room? I thought it was just
I don't know who.
Blackjack.
Yeah, I was saying Blackjack was the only one who went. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just.
I mean, if you want to follow her, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go into the adult-sized door.
On the tower?
Yeah.
How far away is it from the
I have no idea.
entrance of the room?
You'll have to go over the stream, which does not seem to be very fast running, and past all of the singing children, and up a little hill, and through a little forest, and past these weird buildings with like spinny sails on them, and more of the little sad children. And then there seems to be like houses made out of snow.
Ooh.
And you gotta go past them, and then there's like a bunch of kids who look like they're in a litter box, and you gotta go past them. And then at the very top of all of that nonsense is the tower.
Hey guys, I think we gotta save these kids from this light. I wouldn't look at it because Daybella Star is singing, and I don't know.
But that's always on the kids.
That's true.
But Daybella was a pretty
light.
good singer, though.
Daybella looks at the light again.
Sure. It helped last time, in a way.
Give me a crafty roll, Daybella.
Maybe I'll get more information. Well, probably not, because I actually rolled really well. Crafty, and I have a +1 to crafty, so that is max that I could possibly get, which is a 12.
Daybella, you look at the light and you don't feel the pull of the light anymore. But you do notice that the blinking of the light does match how the kids are swaying. So it's like bum 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 bum. So you think Henry is right that the light is attached to the kids, but you don't you don't feel any tug like you did before to follow the sound of the music. You can still hear it, but it's not drawing you to join in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go check it out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good. Billy, you're so smart. Let's go your direction there and go toward the light.
The rest of you can now hear very faintly coming from all of the children with their closed mouths and their just sad waving. The world is metaphorically very small, and put in the context of humanity's cultural and biological similarities, the world is very small.
I don't know this song.
And it's just a low murmuring. And then, as you get further up the hill, it's the same tune in different languages that you don't understand as you kind of enter different parts. Everybody give me cool rolls.
But I speak Goblin and Draconic and...
Wrong game,
Abyssal.
man.
So 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
Got an 8.
Sorry, what was the roll? Crap.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna eat my last cookie and
Mhm.
use my dragon hide. So I got a 9.
Anybody roll under a 7?
Yes.
I rolled
I got
a
a
7.
9 as well.
Hey, Thwompkins.
Oh.
Yes.
You are creeped the heck out.
That's not what I was expecting.
I thought he was gonna have to sing and dance.
Exactly.
No, he's just having a hard time. All these little robot kids with their vacant stares and this song that just keeps playing over and over, and it's driving you crazy, man. What did you roll?
4.
Hey, Thwompkins,
Yes.
you go rock again, buddy. Hey kiddos, it's Jason, your friendly neighborhood sitter, and I want to talk to you today about Anchor by Spotify. Anchor is an all-in-one podcasting app that lets you edit and record your podcast right from your phone or computer, and then host it on your favorite podcast-catching website. And the best part of all, it is absolutely free. Anchor is what we use to host Even Footing Games Presents Babies and Broadswords, and even though I've had to record this ad 15 times, what you're going to hear is the best version we have, thanks to Anchor. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. It is so easy, a baby could do it.
Hey there, Podlers. We are looking forward to bringing you a lot of collaborations with other podcasts, doing actual plays and interviews. So please be sure that you are subscribed to all of our social media in order to see when all of those are coming out in April. Also, right now, the Doctors Without Borders Ukraine fundraiser on DriveThruRPG is still going on. You can get our book, Babies and Broadswords, the book with all the rules, and 29 other games for just $25.99 or $24.99. And I have no idea how much longer this is going to be lasting, but it's a great deal and you can do some good in the world as well. And with that, we're going to get back to our absolutely not copyright infringing music.
Oh no,
Wow.
bad.
I took how many grumps?
You took 3 grumps.
Wow. Okay. Turn to stone.
Oh,
Thwompkins.
But Thwompkins seems to fit right in now with the rest of the...
Oh
Well-
no! Is that what this light does? It turns people into rocks! I've never turned into a rock before, but I don't think I would like it.
Daybella kind of like sets him up next to the other robots. See?
I am turning off my headset.
And he puts... you put his claw into the hand of one of the other kids.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. There, he can keep them company now.
Look, our friends.
We could drag him. I'm a
Oh, yeah, that's
dragon,
probably
so
a
I
good
could
idea.
drag him.
We get it.
That's a credible idea.
Did you say incredible or just credible?
Well, you figure it out.
That's a reasonable idea. That could be an idea that you would have, sure.
I don't want Thwompkins to wake up and we're not here and he just get creeped out again and just be stoned again.
Well, I don't want that either.
The world is metaphorically very small when put in the context of humanity's cultural and biological similarities.
Can you drag him?
The world is metaphorically very small.
I could try. We did it before.
Not very strong.
Maybe if we all work together. And Henry will kind of like go behind to push and maybe say like, somebody go in front and pull.
Ignatius will go in front and pull.
I need muscly rolls from the pushers and the pullers.
They've all try and help. She's not very strong,
no.
but she'll try.
That is... I rolled a 1, so I've got a 6.
She pushes Henry.
I rolled a 1, so I got a 4.
5.
I got a 6.
Wow, this is going great.
You guys managed to knock Thwompkins over. And he kind of rolls down the hill.
Is he easier to roll that way?
Yeah.
Well, if you weren't on his own. If you weren't going uphill, maybe, but he rolled down the hill. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
And he knocked a couple of the little robot kids over
on
his way down.
You're going the wrong way.
Is he in any danger of going like back into the river or anything like that? Are we far enough away?
He kind of bumps into the back of one of the snow houses, and he's just kind of he's kind of stuck there.
Maybe we just assume he'll catch up.
Well, yeah, maybe we'll go. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna look around until he wakes up.
Okay.
And then I can tell him where you guys went.
Okay, but you'll be by yourself.
But I don't think we know where we went.
The robots are here.
Okay.
Put up the party.
What? Is meta magic here again?
Blackjack has been meta magic the whole time, yeah. You hear her voice that says, "No, I'm not."
What if we look around inside some of these houses and see if there's any stuff that we can take with us?
Yeah.
Might be something good. Or the button might be in a house.
That's a good idea.
And then we can wait for him.
Oh, that's a really good idea. That I don't know why I didn't think of something as smart as that. You're really smart, Blackjack.
Blackjack, give yourself a gold star.
Aww.
Yeah, so you've got some snow houses, and you've got some of these weird houses with the twirly things on the front of them. And there are some brick houses. And there are just a whole bunch of little kids all around all these houses. And they're all dressed in different kind of clothes. And
look, these houses got like my hat on. They got the twirly thing.
They do have the twirly
just like
hat
my
on.
hat.
Just like your hat.
Henry wants to see if any of the robot children have any cookies in their pockets.
Why?
You are looting the robot.
You shouldn't do that.
You know what they say? If you
They're
can't
nice
help
robots.
I don't know how I can help them if I don't have cookies.
Here, you can have one of my cookies. And she...
Okay, but I'm just letting you know that I need
Henry,
more
give me
than
a
one
brainy roll.
cookie to do anything good.
Actually, Henry, give me a guile
Cookie
roll.
monster.
Scratch that guile roll.
Okay, that's a 10.
I think we should leave him alone.
Henry is like, yeah, I'll leave them alone. And then he just kind of bumps into a couple. Oh, I fell over. Quickly checks pockets and stuff. You do find 3 cookies.
Nice.
That you snag from a couple of these kids.
These unconscious robot children.
Cookies. I came back at just the right time.
One of them does. When you bump into one of these robot kids and you steal from them, you hear a voice in your head, Henry. That same sound that happened when Daybell pushed the button on that box, or that static sound.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear a teeny little voice that says, "Be careful of the big Diz."
Henry really is as sneakily as he possibly can with his probably not very sneaky self. says, don't worry, I'm gonna use these cookies to help you.
You... My cookies? You took my cookies?
If I don't use them to help you, I'll give them back.
Pinky swear. And the little robot hand just the pinky just kind of boop.
Henry takes his littlest claw and kind of...
And does a little pinky swear with him?
Yeah.
Henry's like, joke's on you. I don't have a pinky.
I don't have pinkies. I have to start singing again. The mouse can hear me.
We went from saying, hey, do you need a podcast? A family-friendly podcast to let's make you the villain of our next podcast.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking
I don't know
about.
what you're talking about.
Never mind, guys. We gotta help these kids. We gotta get there. Is Swampkins back to normal yet?
Yep. He's already like de-shedded the stone.
Oh, hey, Falcons.
You wake up further down the hill on your back.
Oh.
Pressed up against one of those snow houses.
Hell?
You don't know how you got there.
You fell down, Flumpkins, when you got all rocky. Sorry.
All of the kids are just kind of standing there, like whistling and looking everywhere else.
Hey, I specifically said I stood next to him.
You did.
And
Yeah,
waited.
Daybella waited till you woke up.
Oh. Hey, Daybella.
Hi. You fell down. Sorry. I'm gonna help him stand back up.
Okay. Oh, sorry to be a inconvenience.
Good
Well,
work,
there's no
Falcons.
problem. They're looking around
what
at the
all
houses anyway.
That's what all the nurses say I am when I do that.
Shouldn't listen to anything the nurses say. It's stupid.
But they're supposed to tell me what... okay.
Whatever.
He's like,
Okay.
Swampkins is definitely in love with this cat.
It's not worse
Yeah.
dealing with Daybella right now.
didn't you know Thwompkins' middle name is Stockholm?
Yeah, exactly. Swampkins has got some Patty Hearst going on there. Yeah.
New Grumps is 5.
New Grumps is 5 is better than 3. All right. So Thwompkins is back up. Henry has stole some cookies.
Borrowed
some cookies. Blackjack and Ignatius, did you want to look through any of these houses yourselves?
Yes, I want to go to one of the windmill houses. Or I'm
Because it
sorry,
matches your hat?
because it matches my hat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good idea.
That's
And
how
one
I
of
am.
the twirly thing houses.
Twirly thing.
Yeah, come on now. What's a windmill? You know what a windmill is.
I see them in
Yeah.
storybooks.
You've seen a storybook?
Uh-huh. I did once. It was a magical
from
journey.
You saw it from across the room. That's a storybook over there. Yep. All right, give me a nosy roll there, kitty cat, Mr. Tabaxi.
Not a cat.
Half cat.
That's going to be an 8.
Ignatius, you push yourself into one of these little rooms, and it's just about, once you get in, it's just about big enough for you to stand up and look around. You see a bunch of, like a pile of screws and nuts and bolts kind of shoved off into a corner, and a tiny little wooden mallet.
Ooh.
About maybe 5-6 inches long, and it looks like some tiny person with a tiny mallet probably used these tiny nails to put up this tiny spinning house.
I'll take the mallet.
It feels good.
Yes.
Feels good in your paws.
Time to smack.
Wow, what did?
It's got a nice weight to it. It's got a nice heft to it.
Be careful. With great whacking comes great responsibility.
Well, you would know.
True.
Mhm.
That is why I gave up the way.
That's right. This is a heavy whacking mallet, and if you once per combat, you can use it to add 1 damage.
Sorry.
Blackjack also wants to explore a house.
Blackjack, give me a nosy roll.
Oh, I love nosy. 8.
With an 8, Blackjack, you explore. What kind of house are you exploring?
Just one of the snow-covered houses.
You find one of the kind of furry coats that the kids around the snow-covered houses are wearing, and it doesn't quite fit because you've got 4 legs and there's only 2. But if you want to shrink your paws and your head through it, you can wear it on the front half of your body, and your back legs will be
Kind
out
of
in
like
the,
a cape.
Kind of, sort of. It's real warm. It's real cozy. This is a bit of comfy, cozy armor.
Does it have pockets I can put stuff in?
It's got pockets.
Ooh.
It's got dimensional pockets. So while you're wearing this in combat, you can take 1 less damage once during a fight.
Okay.
I mean, you look kind of silly because you're a cat wearing a fur parka, basically. But
I feel like that's your opinion, and I feel like the narrator shouldn't really tell
Shame the
someone
item you made.
I'm
what
sorry.
makes them look silly or not, because I think Henry thinks Blackjack looks awesome.
Do I not get an opinion?
No.
Let me think.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's good to
Hold
know.
on. We've already established the narrator is a character. Thwompkins has taught to him several times.
Mm. Mm.
Don't take away our narrators, our sitters agency.
Thank you. Just because I take away yours all of the time doesn't mean you get to take away mine.
Constantly.
That's how multiple times an episode. That's how this relationship works. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
Henry will check out one house.
What kind of house?
One that is made of bricks.
One of the brick houses. It's mighty, mighty. Give me a nosy roll.
That's a sweet, sweet 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Henry, it's a brick house. And it's mighty, mighty.
Sure.
She's a brick
Thank you, Carri.
house.
Believe me, I was going to make a joke about letting it all hang out, but
I was gonna say I couldn't think of a way to
I was getting there. You can't fit in it, and your tail is hanging out.
Gotcha.
You don't find anything in this one, unfortunately.
Thwompkins, you want to look in the house? All the other kids are doing it.
Oh, that's what we're doing? Okay. That one. And he points to one that the others are not involved in.
Good call. Nosy roll.
I want to look around. Is there a greenhouse?
Yeah.
3 + 2 is 5.
Wompkins, you try to get into one of the houses, and you're too big for the small little house.
Stuck?
Oh.
I might be stuck.
No, you're not stuck, but you just kind of poke your head in and look around like, nope, nothing in here for me.
I said might be.
You okay, Thwompkins?
Wait. I think okay, I'm okay.
The house comes down with you.
Oh, not again.
Whoops.
Not again.
It's like the second or third house Thwompkins is broken. Yeah.
Immediately starts trying to put it back together.
You hear one of the little robot crits go, my house!
What was that?
Daybella, you're looking for a greenhouse?
Yeah, I want to see if there's any little greenhouses.
Are you looking for a house that is green or a greenhouse?
A greenhouse.
So with
And
plants and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find a greenhouse. A little greenhouse, you poke your head in there. All of the plants inside are cardboard and construction paper plants. None of them are actually real plants.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look around anyway, see if I can find
All right,
anything
give me a
cool.
nosy roll.
I thought you were about to say dead, and I was like, ah.
They're all dead! No, they're
Holy
fake.
cow.
That's a 6.
Yeah. You can find enough cardboard, you think, if you want to maybe get yourself enough for one sheet of cardboard. So if you wanted to just kind of... Or construction paper, I should say.
Okay.
So, if you want to
I
make
can
something
arts
else
and
with
crafts it.
Yeah, if you want to arts and crafts stuff, you can scavenge enough construction paper.
Okay. We'll look at the rest of the cardboard that's in here. Can I make leave some moss behind? Make it a real greenhouse?
Sure. What do you just pull?
I just shake my head over it and try and
Okay.
get some moss onto the cardboard. Yeah, it can grow here.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Leave your
You just shake-
spores.
Yeah. Spread it everywhere.
And as you kind of spread your spores, on the cardboard. You hear a voice inside your head saying, "Good, yes. This is fertile ground for us to grow. Good day, Bella. Good."
No problem. Make a real greenhouse. Not gonna join the rest of the group.
Decades from now, this place will be ground zero for what becomes known as the Great Fungal Invasion that decimates a good population of the
She'll
planet.
be a full-blown like spore druid by then.
Right. You ever play The Last of Us? Yeah, you kind of just started that. Good job.
Yeah.
Yay! So you kids are all kind of coming out of the room, some of you with cool new stuff, some of you having knocked over more houses. And that blinking light at the tower is just boop, boop.
Should we be going to that tower? That big thing?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh.
Where have you been, Thwomp? Oh, you were unconscious. That's right.
We have to rescue these kids from something called the Big Diz.
Oh, okay. And he immediately starts to go.
To the tower.
Let's follow Thwompkins. He's got the right idea.
Dum, 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 dum.
So one thing about Thwompkins, he wants to help.
He does want to help. He is helpful. You stand in front of a giant metal door, which is in and of itself in front of belonging to a giant metal tower. In the midst of a weird landscape where you all feel like giants because everything is your size, the trees, the houses, and everything else. And there is another one of those weird boxes right outside the door. The one that said INT something something CO something. That would be Adele had.
Same thing that happened last time. It's broken.
So weird.
Hello?
Can the door open?
The door doesn't seem to be opening.
It's making a noise. Can we talk to it? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, talk back. Hi, I'm Thwompkins.
Whoa. Please let us in.
Did the door just talk to you?
Well, it made a
Yeah,
noise.
did you hear it?
Something's
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, I pushed the button again.
Hi, I'm
hold
Thwompkins.
What is a Thwompkins?
Thwompkins is me.
That's a really good question, but he's a gargoyle who is a helper and also kind of Barbadian. It's a complicated question, but he's one of our friends.
I'm complicated. Wow. I'm complicated.
Whoa.
You are definitely complicated.
What's that mean?
I don't know, but I heard the nurses say this one guy was complicated, and that made him cool.
That happened to me one time, and I didn't use the bathroom for many days. But I don't know what happened. Because then all of a sudden, a brick came out of it.
Oh, that happens to me sometimes.
You want to see it? I still have it.
That's going to take up a couple inventory slots, Jimmy.
So is DeBella still holding the intercom button?
Yeah. I'm just holding it down, looking at you guys like, well,
So please let us in. We need to rescue people. We are heroes of the most courageous kind. We saved the town of Rusty Rail. You may have heard of us.
Are you still holding the
Yeah, we're the new triad.
yeah.
So Blackjack jumps up and jumps on her arm and knocks it off the button.
Whoa. Hey. You can just ask for things, you know.
I can't talk if you're holding the button down. Oh, good. You've stopped holding the button down. Okay. Thank you for that detailed explanation. So I'm understanding you are children?
Well, Thwompkins is not. He's a gargoyle.
Hold the button again.
I put it.
Heroes is what we are.
Yeah, I like that.
Now stop holding the button.
Okay.
Heroes, Sure, heroes sounds great. Why don't you, heroes, come on into the tower and we can talk about saving these children?
Okay.
It's going, and the door slides open.
Wow.
And
They want
that's
to
where we're
save
going to end this episode
Oh,
on the threshold.
oh.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to another episode of Babies and Broadswords. If you want to stick around, we're going to have a little big kid chatty chat about the rules. Carrie, thanks for sticking around. I hope we can keep you for one more adventure. We're going to go ahead and see what's happening here, but with Blackjack and the kids.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So if you like to just listen to the fun part and not necessarily it's all fun. It's all fun.
So
Yeah.
much fun.
If you leave and you miss the funnest part,
You
that's
missed
on
the funnest part. All right, so you non-nerds, we'll see you next time on Babies and Broadswords. Thanks, bye.
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 Good, they're gone. All right. Hey, nerds.
Good, I did not say bye because I did not want to designate them with a bye.
Ooh.
Harsh words.
Jack's getting
Serious
sassy.
business.
Man, it is.
I missed an episode. I have sass built up.
It's business time. All right.
Excessive sass.
Big Kids Rules. There was a couple things that we wanted to talk about for the next iteration, for next edition, possible rule changes that we're working on. Aaryn, I believe you wanted to talk about designation of skill points?
Yeah, so I just wanted to bring up the option or the idea that possibly in order to really customize your character and to not be kind of beholden to a class as like now we've kind of established that Thwompkins was able to change a class. I think it would be nice, and I'd like to hear feedback on it, if when you created your character, you could just pick your skill to have your +1 in and not necessarily have it be tied to your best skill that you have for your class.
Makes sense to me.
Try and make things more balanced.
It could make things more balanced. It could also be like me saying, oh, I have this sorcerer who is not super cute, but is super observant, so has a +1 in nosy.
Being also just allows you to break type rather than being like, well, I don't feel like playing another Barbadian because I don't feel like playing a muscly kid again. This gives you a bit more options.
Yeah.
I think my initial thought was that you would sort of balance things out with your perks and your knacks, and that extra +1 kind of cemented you as a particular type of character. Because some people like to lean in all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this still gives them the option to. Just gives people the option
Yeah,
not to.
I think
true,
the
that's true.
option is always good. I'm not opposed to either one, really.
There's
think-
also, we could say, you could choose any adventurous stat because Barbadians are adventurous.
Well, I think that's
It's kind of
what it is now.
That's what it
yeah.
is
Oh,
right
is that
now.
what it is now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jimmy, where have you been?
I don't know. I haven't read the book since we wrote it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fair.
Kind of sick of that thing by now.
I think my thought was, and not with Henry, because I wouldn't give up my +1 guile for anything now, but I just was thinking that the idea that you couldn't be good at something else, I feel like it's just more customizable, being able to make your character your own. Even if you are pretty good at muscly stuff doesn't necessarily mean that you aren't cool.
And honestly, I have to say, leaning on the, like, for example, like Barbadian, throw that out there, muscly. Well, if I put a +1 to Adventurous, I already probably am going to have all 5s and not already, so it's turning it into a 6, and that's sort of a lot. Versus versus, for example, my 2s. It'd be nice if I could have been able to put like a 3, turn one of them into a 3, because right now I'm more than likely never going to succeed on a 2 on one of those skills unless I roll like, I don't know, a 5 or a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been nice to be able to maybe
Have a choice
on that rather than with muscly, for example, unless I roll like a 1. No, even on a 1, I'm still getting a 7.
Mm-hmm. Like, even if you don't roll well, you're gonna do well, and so I guess it just doesn't feel like so much of an advantage because you know that you're already probably going to succeed.
Yeah,
if you
which I mean,
roll on that stat.
granted,
Yeah.
some people could want that. Some people can want to be like, yes, like that was my initial idea with Thwompkins was he is the muscle. I even have the perk with +2 to muscly, and that's where I put my +1. I could actually pump my muscly up to freaking like auto
7,000.
practically. I mean, you do that with a gold star and then a cookie, but he pretty much can hit 20.
I think that this actually, I played a one shot with Jason and somebody who wanted a run through of the game for a review site, and I had played a cuteness based character, and while my character had a cuteness class, it didn't really make sense that my character was cute or had an extra.
Was this the zombie raccoon?
Yes, it was the zombie raccoon.
Wow.
I mean, she mostly wanted to bite people. She wasn't really trying to charm anyone, but she was a sneaky pants. So, I just felt like maybe, nimble or crafty or, something else would have been better
for your character.
Yeah.
More ways to express your character is always good.
I want to know your downsides, Jason.
Yeah. Well, I'm leaning the other way just because, and maybe I'm getting too metagame into this, but the simplicity of things being lined up in a certain way appeals to me when playing with kids.
This would definitely be a big
rule.
kid
Yeah, I mean,
rule.
this would be a big kid rule. I understand that. But also just the fact that toddlers aren't good at more than one thing often at a time. So it feels truer to the spirit of the game to have your class, the bonus be matched to your class.
Mm-hmm.
And also, only thing I kind of see both sides here.
And if everyone balances out, I'm sorry, Chief, just one last thing. If everyone balances out, then it kind of takes a bit of that team collaboration out of things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get that.
Exactly.
If everyone can do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I was leaning toward. And it starts to take away from the definition of the classes, because the classes give you 2 items, 1+, and 3 abilities, and they don't give you anything else.
That's it. Yeah.
For example, Mr. St. James, I have noticed that you do not have your highest stat in cute.
I do not.
He put it in adventurousness.
I did. My second highest is in cuteness.
I think that shows that he was trying to balance.
No, I wanted to be very, very nimble like a sneaky pants, because I do have a +1 on my nimble, so whenever
How do you have a +1 on your nimble?
No, he did the class. Well, yeah, wait. That's a good point.
You should have a +1 on
Is that
cool.
from your perk or from...
No, I'm reading my notes wrong. That's just from my dragon hide. I can use that.
Oh,
so that's what I was going in on.
Dragonhide is cool though now.
Oh, it is. I'm doing that wrong.
Jimmy hasn't read the book since we wrote it.
Everything
and then rewrote
changed.
it.
Yeah.
And then rewrote it again. Well, maybe we need to revisit everybody's character sheets to make sure that we're all actually...
Hey, just read mine. We're all good.
I jumped in late, and I also changed my character class. I went through all of it with you, so I think I'm good.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning as well, Jimmy, is just that keeping things kind of in a grouping makes it feel like the team collaboration is more necessary. You have to lean on everybody else to accomplish things.
And I guess what I'm saying, though, is that Jimmy has basically taken my idea on his own by doing a loophole.
Right.
By putting his highest one. Yeah. So I'm just saying, it maybe was already an option.
Maybe.
Without having to say. But,
that's true.
But he has gamed the system either way.
Well, he's been cheating. But that's...
I know what I just figured out what happened, because I lost my other character sheet, and then I copied from, you remember the old character sheets we had?
Yeah.
When I made this one, I copied from that.
Right.
And even right now, I mean, my stats are kind of funky because it's sort of like we already established that Bwonkins is, as Aaryn likes to put it, dumb as rocks.
Head is made of rocks.
Right.
And yet,
He's the only one who made that brainy roll today.
That's my second highest stat.
But I mean, that was already embedded. Nobody said that your highest stat had to match up with your class.
I know.
I mean, we'd already allowed that wiggle room to begin with.
Well, with this loophole, maybe we don't need an extra roll.
I mean, maybe we don't. Yeah.
I was just kind of bringing it up that maybe it was already gameable to begin with.
I think you're right. I think it is, and
We talked ourselves in circles.
And maybe that was the way I should have gone with Ricky, was to not make her highest stat cute. The
one that matched with her class.
You were trying to min-max. No.
Well, no, I was
kidding.
a zombie.
Min-max
I was like, I was falling apart. I wasn't necessarily very cute.
I mean, the system very much is min-maxable because at its making it geared towards kids to some extent. That's how kids think. They tend to think in min-max. Yeah.
And also, not all the classes' abilities tie into the skills that are strong with that. Like, for example, with Mommy's Little Helper, the 2 abilities I picked up do not rely on cuteness.
Don't pertain.
So that's why Thwompkins can have an abysmal cuteness and still be an efficient Mommy's Little Helper.
I was wondering why I wasn't as cool as I used to be.
Yeah, because you
screwed myself.
You screwed yourself. You unkilled yourself. I think it's definitely. I am fine with it being a big kid rule that you can put your +1 anywhere, but I personally,
I think with the idea that we can swap the stats around like that, I think
what we should maybe do is point out the system that you do not need to put your highest stat
in your class,
because I think that does essentially the same thing.
It really is, yeah. And I think
maybe just emphasize that when we make our extra rules book.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we need to
have an example of a character that works well with.
And we need to relook at the class abilities and see which classes actually use the stats that are supposed to be assigned to them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we do rebalance the classes a bit to make stuff fit.
Because at that point, for example,
I think we're realizing our whole game is broken. Oh no!
Oh man!
It's all coming down around us.
Delete all this. Don't put this out. Yeah.
But no, I just more mean that the idea is just for example, I'm gonna mention Punchy Kicker, even though I don't think it actually uses the skills. If the class abilities actually use those stats, that means you'd be a fool not to.
Right.
You're not going to be as effective as, let's say, a Mommy's Little Helper who put no points in cuteness.
Right. Yeah, it balances from class to class, and that was also intentional. Some classes are going to be very specifically what they are, and some classes have a little more wiggle room.
Yeah, Punchy Kicker and a Barbabian who are not muscly, nimble, or beefy is a little...
Aren't going to be as effective.
Yeah, it's a little weird to say narrative.
All right. It is weird. I can't believe you said it. All right.
Thanks for making it weird, Jack.
You made it weird.
When don't I?
That's what I
Good
said
point.
the last time Jason said I made it weird.
It's good to have you back, Jack.
What, Jack's not here to make it weird?
Jack's not here. I felt like I had to pick up the slack. Yeah. All right, so that's something to think about. We will definitely discuss that more amongst ourselves. But if you've stuck around this long, I hope you don't think the game is broken.
It's not.
It's not. It works fine. I promise you.
It's snot.
We just think about it too much.
It's not. Okay.
You think it's gross, but it's snot.
But it's not. If you want to hear more gold like this, make sure you keep listening to Even Footing Games Presents Babies and Broadswords. Follow us on our Facebook and Instagram. We've got a Discord.
Below.
Yeah! We got a Discord.
We also have a Patreon that really helps us, kind of keep the podcast going, especially when we're doing development on new projects. And you get all of our downloadable content for free then if you were a Patreon or a patron.
Patrons get first crack at all of the new stuff. Patrons get a chance to speak with us personally. Patrons
you can chat on our Discord.
You can chat on our Discord. You can talk to us. You can help us design the rules. You can be on an episode of the show. If that... Right?
Amazing. It's an amazing experience.
Thank you, Carri.
And you get a hug from Thwompkins.
Oh,
one digital hug sent straight to you.
If you want one.
Maybe more than you want.
Consensual.
But any patrons who happen to see us at a convention do get to smell Jimmy St. James for free. Totally free.
Whether you want to or not.
That is a perk. That is a Patreon bonus. If any fans meet us at PlaythroughCon, where we're going to be having a table...
This episode will not come out until after playthrough.
I'm hoping nobody came up and tried to smell Jimmy for free who wasn't a patron.
It's not scratch and sniff. You do not need a scratch.
It's only Patreon specific. A Jimmy St. Sniff. All right.
Thank you for introducing my next character, who's going to be a dog baby.
That's perfect. From all of us here at Even Footing Games, we are so glad that you joined us for this past hour, and we will see you next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.